It's April, which means April showers, which mean May flowers, which mean bees. You ever thought about being around a whole lot of bees? Me neither. That sounds terrifying to me, let alone domesticating them. We've got Beatrice the Bee Lady, and she's going to tell us all about how she's cohabitating. Interesting, huh? We also have Dusty Stevens, the best bass virtuoso you've never heard of before. There was a huge controversy decades ago whenever a big bass band was starting up, and all of a sudden, where's Dusty? Well, Dusty's got a little bit of an axe to grind, and I can't wait to get to it. But everybody, let's start off with Beatrice the Bee Lady on April's Now You're Talking with Dave McCabe. Ha ha!
You know, I've got this friend that works at a vet's office. She said this person came in and she had like 60,000 bees and she just wanted to do a walk-in checkup. I'm like, I gotta talk to this person. So, Beatrice, the domesticator of bees, now you're talking with Dave McCabe.
Hello.
Hello. Oh my goodness, like 60,000 bees?
Yeah, I thought I was so excited that somebody wanted to bring me on to just talk about what it's like to live in an apartment and have pets.
Right, right.
Talk to me about that.
Heck yeah. I mean, because like I'm interested in all kinds of pets. I've got a cat myself, a little cat named Gracie, and she loves belly rubs. So tell me a little bit about what your pets love.
Well, since you've mentioned belly rubs, I will just get right into that because I will spend at least give or take a couple of hours per day, giving each one of them whatever they're in the mood for. Sometimes they don't want to any contact, and
Sure.
case, then I say, okay, Gertie, just it's fine. I'll leave you be. I hate it when I do that. But then I'll just go and I'll find another one, and sometimes they like a little scratch on the head. This here, my lovely Cindy, she loves a good pet. Right, Cindy?
So do you name them? I've heard you. I think Cindy's on your shoulder there.
Yes, I name each and every one. Can't leave us out, you know. I've got Cindy here. I've got Alfred. I've got Friedrich. I've got Dannon 1 through 10. Sometimes if I like a name, I just keep it rolling. I've got Annabelle. I've got Annabella. I've got Rebecca, of course. I've got
of course.
Rebecca's. Beatrice. I've got Peter. I've got Alan. I don't know if I said that already. I've got Michael. I've got Mike. I've got Anton. I've got Anthony. I've got I'm trying to think of them all.
Oh, that's you know what? I think the fact that I know that you've named them all, I don't know if I could do it. You know, I just got Gracie right now, and it's like sometimes I just call her "Hey you." So I'm pretty impressed with your brain power to be able to remember all of that.
I will say I always know when I have lost a bee, when a bee has gone missing. I remember.
Oh no!
It was a Tuesday,
Yeah.
and I had gone to fetch some tea, and I came back, and little Birgitta, she got stuck in the wind. There was a little gap. I had closed the window just because it was snowing.
Oh yes, yeah.
And I hadn't closed it all the way, and she got stuck in the gap between the sill and
no.
And
Yeah, I know that these bees don't have a long lifespan to begin with, but whenever a bee goes too soon, it hurts us all. It affects the hive. So what would you say these bees bring to your life?
Well, they bring me just pure joy and so much comfort when I'm sitting in my bed reading a book and I'm just covered head to toe
Ugh.
because they drop, sometimes they drop the pollen.
Yeah.
I have so much gratitude. And when
Yeah.
I
Oh,
go,
yeah.
you know, I used to be very bad at, having a nighttime routine.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Good at it. But since getting my bees, I have to leave at least 2.5, 3 hours to say goodnight.
Yeah.
So I've become much better at managing my time. I brush my teeth right at 6:30. I get my pajamas on. I get into my bed and then I start by telling them a story. And then I get right to it. And sometimes, not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest here. Sometimes I group a few of them together, like the
Mhm.
Toms and the Tims. I say
Oh, sure.
good night, Timmy, 1 through 76. And, I've had to forgive myself for that because I'm only human. I am only
Yes.
human.
Right. You're no bee, I'm telling you. Maybe bees roll. Do you think more people will be having more domesticated bees? And would you be willing to give them some?
I've tried to, I'm actually looking for a bee sitter. If you know,
Hmm.
I'm going on a little vacation.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Um, but not everybody is up to the task.
Yeah. Well, there's only so many EpiPens. So,
There are only so EpiPens. Wait,
yeah. Some people are allergic to these stings. If you happen to be ever stung. And have you ever been stung?
I don't like to talk about it.
Other than is there another pet that you would like to have? Or do you think you're a bee person?
I've 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 considered getting a hamster, but it does seem like a lot of work. Age and
See that?
they shed a lot. I feel like they probably shed a lot.
Yeah, comparatively, for sure. For sure.
It's never shed. I
But
don't.
you find them in sheds sometimes. But here I am playing with words.
You
So,
know,
Beatrice, you
before,
know, go
I
ahead. I'm sorry.
before you go,
Mhm.
I actually. Do you have any Altoid boxes by any chance?
You know what? I do have Altoid boxes.
Oh, okay. If we could talk about that after this, because I've ran out of Altoid boxes, and that's where I keep them after
I
they've
see.
perished. It's like
Mm.
um, it makes for a perfect coffin
Oh,
uh,
sure.
for 5 to 7 bees.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, boy. Now I'm thinking about bee coffins. Oh, well. Beatrice, I am so glad we had you here. I am so glad you walked into my friend's bed office. And man, we're all totally woke on bees at this point. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I mean, we didn't get to hear much about your experience being a pet owner, but I'm just glad to talk about. I could talk about my bees all day.
Hey, one versus 60 to 80,000. I think the show was for you. All right, Beatrice, be safe.
Thank you. Say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Bye, Cindy. Bye, Cindy. Oh, my goodness. She is so cute.
She named individually like 70,000 honeybees. 70,000. It's like getting a bowl of rice and like laying it all out there, like naming each one of the grains of rice. I can't get my head around that. I need some time. Here's the word from our sponsor. Each one?
Friday night, only at Worthy's. Come see the incredible musical stylings of Felix Kazan. Join us as Felix plays the greatest hits of the past in his own unique way. Friday night at Worthy's. Remember, always worth your time.
I have to say, it is great to have a sponsor. Ka-ching! Boom, 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 boom. Dusty boom, 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 boom. Stevens boom, 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 boom. Coming next, boom, 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 boom. Yeah!
Hey, everybody. You know what? I love the bass guitar. Heck, I played tuba in high school. Oh, there you go. And it was such an amazing experience. What is it about a bass line? My God, Peter Gabriel, the person that backed up Sarah McLachlan for that matter, the person that works with Ani DeFranco. Amazing, amazing stuff. So here I am, inspired. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos. You ever see those bass covers? Oh my God, Julia Grooves. Incredible. Even a song I don't like. I love to hear Julia Grooves. In fact, I bought my own bass guitar from Fender, the whole kit, and I'm learning. But on Friday night last week, I saw Dusty Stevens. Yeah, the real Dusty Stevens on the Steel World. I'm like, I gotta get Dusty on here. That being said, Dusty Stevens, now you're talking with Dave McCabe.
Hey, Dave, it's lovely to be here.
Oh my God. Yeah, I've been such a fan for so long. And honestly, I can't quite explain why. It's just that I've got such a love of bass. And when I think of bass, the first name that comes up, Dusty Stevens. So
Wow,
tell me,
that really means a lot, because for some people, there are other names, just to name a few. There's like Paul McCartney, there's like Geddy Lee. We don't have to talk about him. He stole my look. He stole my spot in Rush in the late 80s. That's when Rush was formed, if you didn't know. And so I appreciate that I'm the one who comes to mind. I feel like I really deserve it, to be honest.
Oh my God. I don't know who that Paul guy was you mentioned, but I know Geddy Lee. I want to say that I don't like him then. I don't. So you guys have a riff?
What was that?
You have a riff? You're not happy?
No. Well, I don't know that he's unhappy with me, but I'm certainly unhappy with him. I mean, look at me, look at him. We look the same. His glasses are only a little smaller. And now he's in Rush and I'm not, when we're both equally good at the bass, if I'm not better, you know what I mean? So
I do. It's funny. I was surprised that they went with Geddy Lee. Your riffs are so much stronger, and there's like a mood that you can bring to every single song. I swear that I'm just passively listening while I'm driving my truck, and I'm thinking that's a Dusty line, and and I just can't believe it. So what happened exactly with Rush and Geddy Lee?
God, okay. If you ask them, it's a whole story. I know the truth, but if you ask them, they'll say that, I was making choices that the band didn't approve of, sartorial choices and lifestyle choices. I was out late at night. I was getting all the girls. I was doing all those things, which is true. I mean, that's partially true. But I think the real reason that they kicked me out was because they knew that if I was playing, I would overshadow them all, and they just couldn't have that in the band.
I've really enjoyed all of the artists that you've collaborated with, and you know what, I have to admit, it's like whenever I hear Rush, I keep thinking, I wish there was a little bit more Dusty in Rush.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't even stand to listen to them anymore. But when I wanted to investigate, like, who is this Geddy guy, like, who took my spot? So I would listen to the songs that they released them, and I was like, what does he have that I don't have? They need me and they don't have me.
I see you've got the guitar with you, the big bass. Do you have a name for the bass? Like Davy Crockett's Rock? It is what?
Tabitha.
Oh my gosh. I love that because it's tabs on the guitar that you can play, right?
There you go.
See, Geddy Lee would never think of a great name.
He would never come up with that. It's just not even in his capacity.
No. Could you just throw anything you want to throw out at us?
Yeah, no. I mean, I would love to. I would absolutely love to. The thing is just that Tabitha took a long plane ride to get here and she's really tired. I'm good. I'm immune to jet lag, but
Oh, sure.
she's really tired and she can't pluck anything out right now. She can't stand to be the object of my plucking. So we have to give her maybe a day or two.
Oh, yeah. God, it is so sad because I love seeing her. Thanks for bringing her out.
She's just lovely, but you know, you've got to take a lot of care of her, but she takes care of me and I take care of her. So
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, but like, could you even, I guess you couldn't even tune it. Like, it's funny that you didn't call it Peggy because that's how you tune
yeah.
it, right? Were there any artists that you thought were just fantastic and, you know, nobody's really watching? Anybody you would not work again with?
Well, you know who I wouldn't work with. This is easy.
Well, yeah, yeah.
I mean, Rush and Geddy, they just terrible, terrible,
I
terrible.
gotcha.
Other than that, though, I mean, most people have been really, really gracious to me in the industry. You know, people say that it's a tough world, and it is. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Look what happened to me, and I'm an extremely talented bass player. I'm not going to put up some false modesty here. I'm wonderful at the bass, and still, I'm not immune to these things. But even so, like, I find that if they're not going to kick you out, then they'll be gracious to you. And everyone's been gracious to me other than Rush.
That's a little
And you know
known
who
fact.
else I'd love to work with has been the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh my God. So, can you tell me what's your favorite song to play on good old Tabitha? So, if you didn't play bass, what do you think you'd be doing with yourself?
Wow. That's even hard to imagine. It's like, what? I mean, you know, everyone has value, intrinsic value. I'm not going to pretend that, but I think, you know, people have things that we're meant to be doing. And I don't think I would be fulfilled if I weren't a bass prodigy from a young age and now a bass genius as I've grown older. I think I would spend all my time at the Dirty Hog talking to people and drinking into the night really late. And, you know, even as I say that, I think I would like to play music in the Hog. Like, I can't imagine a life without music. I can't imagine a life without bass. I was about to describe the whole scenario to you, and then I was like, nope, the bass is in that. And then I was about to describe another one, and I was like, the guitar's in that one. That one's not as good, but it's still something.
Yeah, I again, I can't believe you've blessed us with your presence today. And you know, there's so much that you've brought to us and other bass players who just feel bad. That's why a lot of them don't mention you. It's because they just don't need that comparison, because once they look you up, they just don't look anywhere else.
Right, absolutely. I know it must be hard for them.
Well, Dusty Stevens, thanks so much for joining us. God, I'm so sorry that Tabitha was just not rested enough from the flight to do this. My gosh, I would have loved to hear some of those dulcet tones on that soft, soft wood. But we thank you for being here, representing Tabitha and all she means to the world.
Thank you, and rock on. Peace, love, and bass.
Oh, love it.
And that's our show. Special thanks to bee domesticator Beatrice, 70,000 bees, and she named every one. Also, can you believe we got Dusty Stevens on the show? Holy smokes! And he named his bass guitar Tabitha. Get it? Tabitha. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tune in next month for whatever shenanigans we come up with. I have to tell you, as we run through the credits, I've been kind of inspired by the Queen's Gambit. And I think I could beat her. Yeah, I could beat her. See you next month.